And a very, very good Sunday morning to you from old Riga, and welcome to another random public transport journey. Today it's going to be a random bus journey, and it's going to be bus number 3, chosen completely at random to a place. And once again, let me apologise firstly to any Latvian speakers here, because I'm sure I'm going to absolutely murder this, but this is to Daugava. I've got to take a walk to the bus stop now, which is about 7 minutes walk away towards past the Lima clock, and it picks up from Riga Bus, Piemin Ekelis, something like that. I've got a bit of water in my eyes, so I can't even read my own handwriting properly there, so double apologies for getting that completely wrong. I don't really know what's at the other end. It looks like there's going to be a park, potentially some sort of derelict or ruined fort, so I'll be interested to see what there is once we finally get there. Yesterday I did a random tram journey to an area called Milglavis, I think that's pronounced, and it was the end of a tram line. Had a bit of a walk around there and ended up in the really beautiful Mesoparks, and then back from Mesoparks eventually took a replacement bus for a tram back into the cities. That's on a separate video if you want to have a look at that. Let's see what today brings. So I'm going to head to the bus stop now, bus number 3, to the end of the line, and see what it's like in Daugava. Please correct me in the comments section. Riga is quite a party town. It was quite lively in the town last night, and as a consequence it's fairly quiet this morning. It's just starting to wake up a bit now. It's 9:30. I popped out to the shops earlier on and it was like a ghost town. It's a really beautiful day for a walk, so I'm hoping that the end of the line will be somewhere nice to have a walk in this rather cold sunshine, but yeah. Just leaving the old Riga now into the newer part of the city. And just walking up, that's the Lima clock, which apparently, as I've said before, is something akin to the clock at Waterloo Station in London, where you would use that as a meeting point. Apparently that's the one that you will meet at here in Riga if you're ever going to meet someone. This is the Freedom Monument. Again, I've not been past this yet in the dark, but certainly a year ago it was being lit up in the blue and yellow of Ukraine, and perhaps still is. Yesterday there were 2 military personnel on sentry duty just in front of it, but they're not there at the moment, as you can see. Maybe they just come at certain times of the day or certain days of the week, or indeed maybe yesterday was a certain day of the year. I don't know, but there were 2 guards on sentry duty yesterday. Absolutely splendid morning, perfect for a lovely walk. There goes a trolley bus. I'll be taking one of those tomorrow. I've not decided where to yet, but it won't be quite as far. The trolley bus range tends not to go out quite as far out into the suburbs as the buses and trams do. But needless to say, I'll take one anyway, see where I end up, and take it from there. But anyway, that'll be on a separate video. Subscribe to this one or any, and then you'll be able to see that once it's been posted. The other day when I got here, it was very overcast and rainy, and I say cities always look so much better when the sun's out and beautiful blue skies. Okay, let's go and find this bus. I seem to be coming up towards roughly where the bus stops are. Hopefully I'll see one that says a number 3 on it. Quite well marked, and bus stop signs around here, so it shouldn't be too difficult to find the one I want. Well, that was simple enough. And this is where we are. So when I murdered the pronunciation earlier on, you can see now what it was I was trying to say. And this is that's where we'll be heading to. So I think it's about a 35-minute bus journey. That's hopefully one will come along fairly soon. It's Sunday morning, 9:58 will be the next bus according to this, so not too long to wait now. And as if by magic, here comes the number 3 bus. Right, so here we are on the number 3 bus, just travelling out of the centre of Riga, out towards my destination. That's where we are. Okay, so bus fares and tram fares, trolley bus fares here in Riga are £1.50 for a €1.50. I do apologise, €1.50 for a 90-minute journey. So you can hop from one to the other to get to your destination. They also do 3-day and 5-day passes, which are €8 for 3 days, €10 for 5 days. That'll also include the airport bus, the number 22, which brings you from the airport to the centre of Riga. If you just buy single journeys on the airport bus, that'll be €2 each way. So for a further 6, you can have 5 days, or for a further 4, you can have, had to do my sums there, you can have a further 3 days. It's probably well worth it, and you can go to the nouveau store at the airport and buy and ask for a 3 or 5 day ticket, which will be €8 or €10. A lot easier. You can just hop on and make sure that you, every time you hop on a bus, tram or trolley bus, you validate your ticket. And certainly you must also do that if you're buying a single ticket as well, which you can also buy from nouveau shops. You can't buy tickets on the bus apart from the airport bus, which you can do, but there's always lots and lots of people, so I don't recommend that either. Anyway, let's sit back, let's enjoy the journey out to the end of the line. I don't think you can get away with not buying a ticket. Yep, so the ticket inspector gets on a Sunday morning. So yeah, and make sure you validated it, because even though you've got a pass for 3 or 5 days, you still need to tap it on when you get on. And that, as they say, is that. So a little ride there on bus number 3. Everyone's got off here, and well, it looks like there's some kind of park or natural area. I'm going to go and have a look over there and then head back down that way, either through the park or along the road. 2 or 3 stops further back on the bus route, because I've spotted something of interest that's translated or looks something like a fort or a citadel or something down there. So that might be quite interesting. So that will be my route. Over here, have a look, and then end up back down there, and then jump back on the 3 back into Riga when all has been seen and done. But we're on an outer suburb of Riga here. Let's go and see what there is to see. Of course, without having an understanding of Latvian and without wanting to just spend my entire time looking at the phone trying to translate words, the best thing to do is just follow the locals, and they appear to be heading off over in that general direction over there, over some sort of walkway across a little mini lake or lagoon. So that looks quite interesting. I noticed on the bus quite a few families that were wrapped up, ready to looking like they were going out for a walk or somewhere reasonably interesting. So and they all got off the bus just here. So hopefully this appears to be just a general car park. It's not specifically for the apartments around here. So I'm feeling this must be an entry point into the park. A lot of people walking over there, which is very encouraging indeed. Right, let's go and explore this place. Also, I can't reiterate these very, very chilly wind this morning as well. So the order of the day will be to certainly keep walking quickly. But the path of Valentine Pikulis. There we go. That I came here. That's the actual bus depot. Bus actually I just got off, just went over to there, just turns round, you can everyone's got off there, so I did too. Right, path of Valentine. Here we come. Yeah, this does seem to be fairly typical of Latvia once you get out of the city. Quite a harsh. And it's beautiful. That is one cold wind blowing across there. I'm hoping for 2 things really. One, I can keep walking quickly and stay warm, and 2, that somewhere further along there'll be somewhere to get a coffee. However, if I can walk sort of direction, go towards the left here. Eventually, back in that general direction, there was another sort of stop coffee machine. So I'm pretty sure that this place is somewhere where you come to bird watching appears to be feeling to just the birds which are around. I noticed a few people with cameras. Big lenses and it's not so yes. It's like a marsh. I thought that might be some interesting information with regards to what you can see up the wooden tower here. But actually, in Latvian and Russian, it's just a list of regulations, how many people are allowed to go up there and don't climb on it or have a fire or stuff like that. So, not really any the wiser, but you'll certainly be a viewing platform for looking at birds amongst all these reeds across this marshy area. It really is quite nice here. Here we go. This should explain some more. Right, and that gives us once I've translated that, there should be a photograph just prior to this of the information on the birds that you can see here, the migratory birds at the you really must try and learn a little bit more. Daugava Lake. And I've probably crucified that as well, so once again my humblest apologies for my awful attempts at trying to speak some Latvian. I shall continue in a moment. Right, so in terms of random bus journey results, I guess we're quite high up on the success list. I was half expecting to end up in some suburb without much interest, but this is fantastic. So yeah, I think everything on this is really some decent binoculars. There is a walkway there, just for some people. I'm going to investigate that further because that's probably the direction I want to be heading in, to end up at this citadel, or if I'm translating it correctly, the fortress or citadel over in that general direction over there. So anyway, we shall get there eventually, I guess. Right, onwards. Right, just having a quick check on Google Maps. This path leads straight to the Gulf of Riga, which is it's the sea, but it's a bit of an inlet from the main Baltic Sea. And if I'm translating correctly, the beach. What sort of beach it is, I'm not really sure, but we'll get there eventually and have a look. But this is certainly a really beautiful place to come for a walk, and I imagine this gets absolutely packed out in summertime when the weather's a little bit warmer. Also great for cycling. There's a bit I'm walking on with the red bricks in there is actually the cycle track. It's not too many cycling today, it's probably slightly chilly for bike ride. I think there's some birds amongst the reeds, cracking other noises. I'd be interested to see where that path actually leads to. See if I can find a park map somewhere. It doesn't get shown on Google Maps, that, so I'll either come back and walk along there, because that's the general direction I want to be going on, or she'll take a walk along the beach if that's suitable. It's fantastic. What a result. Bus number 3 from the centre of Riga to the end of the bus route. Which, well, for my money, it's been an absolute result. Let's explore some more. Right, so found a little map here. I've just had a quick look on the Google Translate to try and work out what it all means. Now that's the path over there, which I've decided I'm going to take that now. which does eventually bring you back round to the beach, which is, that's the Bay of Riga, presumably that means. I'm here, and if I carry along the path I was just walking on, so yeah, I'm going to take this around here and then see what we've got there, and either head back this way or continue rightwards when I get to the seafront and take it from there. So, right, where's this path start? Over here somewhere. Most people seem to be carrying on towards the seafront rather than going this way. So hopefully I've not made a bad decision here, but this looks really natural, really natural. This is, I'm absolutely delighted by this random selection. Just trying to find out where the wooden walkway starts. It says be quiet as well. Must be nesting birds out here. I'm not sure if that's just wind in the trees or the sea. If it is the sea, then it's quite rough. But the inlets looks like it's quite enclosed, so I'll be surprised if it's the sea being really rough over there. I don't know if that's coming out on the camera or not, but interesting. Right, so it's an absolutely stunning morning here. If you're coming at this time of year when the temperature is barely above freezing, make sure you bring plenty of layers. Yeah, just some of the flora that's available to be seen here. My hand's too cold, so look at Google Translate just at the moment. An interesting little wooden path this, actually. It's not very wide, and it wouldn't be difficult to, if you're not paying attention, to fall off it. It's not much of a drop, but nevertheless, pay attention if you walk along this, and if you meet someone coming the other way, then be particularly careful. It's fantastic, that really is. Feels like it's actually floating in parts. Like just just here you can feel a slight bit of movement in it. I won't go as far as to say it's wobbly, but it's there's a slight bit of give just at this point where you're actually going over water. Decisions. Oh, no. I'm British. Go around the left. Go this way round the roundabout. Before I started this, set off on this little trip this morning, when I was back in Old Riga, I went to the shop to go get a few provisions, and then when I got back I was deciding, should I put a hat on, should I put my woolly hat on, should I take my gloves with me, because it didn't seem too bad in the city. But wow, boy am I glad I did bring my hat, woolly hat and gloves. Because I keep saying, it's a pretty cool breeze blowing across here. An absolutely stunning morning though. Perfect. It did actually say on the sign, if I remember correctly, all the do's and don'ts of this little pathway. I'm pretty sure it said you could take your bike on here. Or maybe it said you shouldn't bring your bike on. I personally wouldn't do it, because it was very easy just to must have said don't. I'll have a look when I get to the other end just to see whether it's suggested you should bring your bike or not. But I personally wouldn't do. I wonder what the optimum time of year is for coming here and spotting. If you're a ornithologist and like looking at birds, this would be a fantastic place to come. But presumably there's certain times of year are better than others. This is springtime. It seems a fair few about, but I imagine there's a peak time. Yeah, that noise in the distance, I'm not sure. If that's the sea, then it really is quite rough. And actually there is a fine coating of ice just here on that water. Don't know if that comes out or not. And somebody playing their guitar. Absolutely fabulous. Yeah, well, these guys are playing the guitar just there. It's because we're within the trees now. It's the temperature seems about 5 or 6 degrees warmer in here. I'm intrigued by that noise. I can't believe the sea's that rough in the Bay of Riga. So seems to be coming up towards the end of this now, and what appear to be sand dunes. So right. Actually, at this point, you're almost, it's sunk into the water a little bit. It's sort of, yeah, there's a little bit of give. That's the end of the little walkway through the wetlands there. And had I carried on the path that I was originally on, I would have taken a right turn at the end of that and presumably just come along here. When you look on the map, there is no pathway along the sea edge on Google Maps anyway, but the park map shows various walkways now. Sand dunes. I think we might see the sea over this hill. And the wind's going to increase somewhat. Ah, yeah, it was the sea I could hear. It's not rough, but it's it's got an interesting colour, the Baltic Sea. Greeny, browny colour. Wow. Bay of Riga. this is called Vakarbuli Beach. Again, apologies if I pronounce that completely incorrectly. I'm going to walk back in the direction of where I would have come out had I stayed on the pathway and cycle track earlier on. It doesn't look a particularly long beach. I'm going to walk down to the far north end, I guess, just to the little point along there somewhere, and then come back and carry on that way, which definitely isn't very far. There's a lighthouse that you can just see there, which is near to where I was going to aim for to jump on the bus back again, but I'm certainly not going to miss this opportunity for a beautiful walk along the beautiful beach. I should think it's summer. It's absolutely packed on here on a nice warm summer's day. But trust me, even in summer, that seawater is, it's not the Mediterranean, put it like that. But if you're a hardy soul and you like to show how manly you are, then by all means jump in. Just don't make any girly squeals when you get in there. I'm not sure I should have said that, but you know. There's nobody in there today, that's for sure. Right, I shall take a few photos as I move along. And I'll come back to you later on once I've headed back from the point down here and back towards the bus stop. And Narveson, hopefully grab a coffee before I set off back into Old Riga. But this is certainly a place to come for a really good solid walk here on a Sunday morning. It's quite a long piece of beach this, and absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to walk for as long as I feel until I'm ready to turn back in the other direction. The only thing that's putting me off from going back in the other direction at the moment is I'll be straight into the wind. I've got the wind behind me at the moment, which is making it feel a lot less cold. When you get to the end of this beach, there's you come to a kind of a river outlet, estuary or whatever. Over the other side of the estuary is a place called Jurmala, which also has a beautiful beach, very similar to this actually, the town or city of Jurmala. If you ever want to go there, you can get a train. There are probably buses too, but the train would be the way to go there. But this is an absolutely gorgeous beach. Thoroughly enjoying this walk along here. This is by no means a whinge, because I do recognise different characteristics of different nationalities and so on, but if I was walking on a beach in the United Kingdom and or down a country walk or whatever, and I met people coming in the other direction, nearly everyone would acknowledge the other person, say good morning, good afternoon, whatever. Not 100% all of the time, but most of the time, a little nod, maybe a smile, a quick hello, even maybe a conversation. But here, no, everyone keeps their head down. If you get a a mere tiny little nods, you're doing quite well, I always find. And it's strange because whenever I've spoken to any Latvians, I've asked them a question. They're the friendliest, the most hospitable of people. It's just something that I notice. I've noticed this in Poland as well. Again, extremely friendly and hospitable people. But you don't get that kind of. It must be a British thing, I think. Comment if you think I'm talking nonsense. Maybe I just look weird or something, and they don't want to look. But I don't know. But as I say, whenever I've spoken to any Latvians, just for a quick chat or ask them about something, they've been the most helpful and friendly people around. So I don't always understand. Maybe it's a historical thing from days gone by. I don't know. Maybe someone could tell me. But it's a beautiful country, and if you really want a bit of everything, maybe not extraordinarily hot sunshine, Mediterranean warm sea, but something that's pretty natural and rural and not too commercialised, then this is absolutely ideal. There's some fantastic walks here, some great places to, and I'm being overtaken now. I need some sticks. Go quicker. So, this is quite a long beach, very long in fact, and walking back in that direction towards the lighthouse probably won't be quite as delightful because it's straight into quite a cold wind. So I've just had a quick look on Google, and when you get to the end of the beach, there's a little town or village something, and the buses seem to run from there, which will take me back to near where that lighthouse is and where I believe there's the Riga fortress, which sounds quite interesting. So I'm going to just go in this direction, hopefully get a bus back to where I was earlier on, just beyond there where there's a Narvesen, and that should be fairly close to the fortress. Go and have a look at that, and then jump back on the number 3 back into Riga. So that's the plan. As always with these random trips, you have to just go with the flow really and see what you find. And this is absolutely stunning. I cannot tell you how nice this is. And if you don't mind walking along a beach with a pretty cool breeze blowing off it, I'm certainly going to look forward to something sweet later on and a hot coffee after this. That's going to be absolutely well earned and fantastic. But there's no donut in the world, not even a Greg's caramel and custard, that would get me going in that sea today. Trust me. Right, onwards. I think we have a plan. I think this is probably the main access point, well, one of the main access points for the beach if you're driving here down that way. Appears to be, if you can see that, a sort of a shack and small building that I presume in the summer months when there's a lot more people that's open for business, selling drinks and so on. There's absolutely nothing there at the moment. Bring your own is my advice. Hot flask, something sweet and sugary to give you energy. Yeah, this is probably one of the main access points. There's some volleyball nets over there as well. They're actually up. Lookout post, maybe lifeguards. They'll only be here in summer. Kids well wrapped up there, brilliant. Still a beach though, guys. They love it. Yeah, that seems to be a main access point there with a map. That's probably where I'll end up walking back to, I guess, to jump on a bus. But I'll carry on this way, see where it takes me. Okay, we've got virtually to the end of Vakabulu. Again, apologies for the pronunciation. Beach. And as I said earlier on, I'm not going to walk back towards that lighthouse. I'm going to check on Google in a moment, find the nearest way to get to the road inland there and grab a bus and then go to the Riga fortress and have a look around there. Hopefully that will be of interest. Now, this is the inlet I mentioned, or estuary from a river. Just here, and just over there where you can see the sandy beaches in the distance is Jurmala, which is not Riga, it's somewhere else. And to get there, my understanding anyway is the best way would be by train from the central station in Riga. There are buses, but the bus passes that I mentioned earlier on won't take you quite that far. Alternatively, of course, you could swim across there. Let me know when you're doing it, and please post a video so we can all laugh or see. So the beaches over in Jurmala are pretty much the same as the ones here. So that's the end of the walk on the beach. This has been massively unexpected. I wasn't expecting it to be anything like as fantastic as this. I'm going to hit Google in a sec and find out which way, whether I need to walk back down the beach a little bit or I can carry on around this corner and pick up a bus, and I'll start filming again when I get to the fortress, I think, unless I see something of interest along the way. Stay with me. A lot more seaweed down here as well. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's be honest here, if I didn't tell you it was about 2 degrees Celsius and that was the Baltic Sea, had a few filters to make it a little bit more turquoise, you could mistake this for the Caribbean, really. But it's not, it's the Baltic, and that's Jurmala over there, and this is Riga, or the district of Riga. And I've got to walk through these woods in that general direction. Hopefully I'll find some sort of defined pathway to find this bus. Looks like the kind of place you could get lost in fairly easily. I'm going to follow that family there, I think. They look like they know where they're going. Then again, maybe they're not going to where I want to. We shall see. It's nice to get in from the blistering wind on the beach as well. Yeah, there's a defined footpath here, so that's it. Okay, I'll see you from the bus. Well, I'm just following Google Maps through these woods, and just in the distance through the trees, I can just kind of see something glistening like a car or whatever. So I think I'm probably going to get to a car park fairly soon. I'm about another 5 minutes walk from where Google are telling me there's going to be a bus stop. So fingers crossed there will be. But this is a truly stunning place with the sand dunes, the beach, and now the wetlands to walk around, and also this forest. Absolutely brilliant, and it's not packed out either. It's really quite warm inside here as well, compared with when you're in the wind. It's a bit sharp, to say the least. So yeah, I can see a car park just through there. So I think probably from there down to the road, and there'll be some sort of bus stop along there. Don't travel without your phone and Google. Brilliant. At least keep you pointed in the right direction, generally speaking. If you know what direction you want to travel in, of course. Okay, let's find a bus and head to the Riga fortress. This is intriguing me now. Right, so I'm just going to go and, here's the bus stop. I'm just going to go and check the timetable that will be posted there, but it's looking like I just missed the bus by about 5 minutes, and there's not another one for 55 minutes. So I've just looked how long it'll take me to walk to the fortress from here, and that's going to be best part of 2 hours. So wait an hour, and then it's about a 20-minute bus ride or walk for 2. I think I'll probably have a look around this village. Hopefully there'll be a little shop open where I can grab a coffee and come back to this bus stop in about 55 minutes time. And I've got absolutely no idea what's here. But this is the end of the line, and doesn't really tally with. That's interesting. Yeah, actually, the last one was at 12:29. It's now 1300, so I've missed it by about half an hour. I was going to say I didn't hear any buses pulling away when I was just coming out of the woods there. Next one at 13:55. So yeah, 55 minutes to wait. Let's see what there is around here. Possibly not very much, but here's a map. Let's have a look. Oh, this is the village of Vakobuli. Doesn't look like there's too much here. There is some other village probably about a 45-minute walk down the road that might have a shop or something, but it's not really worth the risk of doing that. I'm going to go down here to the waterfront and just take a rest for a little while. I've got a sandwich in my bag and a drink, and just watch the world go by, and try to make sure I'm back in time for that bus. Rural Latvia, ladies and gentlemen. Right, just having a closer inspection of the Google Maps. It says something that seems to translate as sculpture park or sculpture parks. So I'll be interested to see what that is. I'd have time just to nip down here and have a look. So, yeah. Absolutely splendid. Beautiful day. It's noon now, so this is probably about as warm as it's going to get today. Probably got up to about 4 Celsius now, I think, out of the wind. Not far from Riga Airport here. Right, this appears to be the sculpture park. Interesting. There's beautiful houses here. I'm not going to film them because I've not got permission. And some of the houses have got quite big dogs in there. I don't want them to. These are interesting. Guessing these are a work in progress. This looks like, yeah, large rocks and boulders over there ready to be sculpted. And some tools. There's a gentleman back there talking to a small group. I don't know exactly what he's saying, or in fact I don't know anything of what he's saying. He's talking in Latvian. Presumably on a Sunday you can come down here, and what an absolutely amazing place. Enhanced, I have to say, by the beautiful sunshine and the crystal clear air that there is today. Well, what an amazing random trip this has turned into be. Absolutely incredible. This is why you should never ever be cross or angry or upset if you just miss a bus or just miss a train when you're just exploring, because without that you wouldn't come across places like this. If I'd arrived 30 minutes earlier, the bus would have been sat there at the bus stop, I'd have jumped on it, and I'd have never ever been aware of this place, let alone visited it. And it's absolutely astounding. The person that's done this, which I'm presuming is the gentleman over there talking to a small group, is responsible for some, if not all, of these sculptures. And this is why, when you travel with an open mind, my friends. Travel with the expectation of finding something of interest somewhere. And I'm absolutely thrilled to bits by today. I couldn't have hoped for any more. And the Riga Fortress awaits in about 30 odd minutes time when the bus comes. Hopefully that'll be of interest too. I'm just going to spend some time here just taking in this absolutely incredible atmosphere. I'm blown away by this place, I truly am. Thank you, bus, for going half an hour early. Or thank you for me being half an hour late and an hour to wait. Great place. I'm going to sit and have a sandwich and a drink and just take in the fresh air of this place. Absolutely fantastic. If you come to Riga, come here. Definitely get on the bus and come out here for a walk, see the beach, see the wetlands, see the forest, and get to the end of the beach and come and see this place. Absolutely amazing. Right, so that number 36 bus came on time, and I'm back down to I'm not even going to attempt to say that, but this is where I'll then later on pick up the number 3 bus back to the city centre, and there seem to be about 4 an hour, so there's going to be no long wait for that. So I'm going to try and find this fortress, have a quick look round there, and then call it a day and head back in. What a great random bus journey this has turned out to be. Number 3, highly recommend it when you come to Riga. Just got to find the way to the fortress now, across this road I think. Right, well here we are at the Riga Fortress. Now, just walked past a few kind of derelict buildings and sites that seem to with signs on the outside that seem to translate as state military zone, and a few signs saying no videos, no photography and no drones. But up here at this fortress, which appears to have a moat around it as well, there's no signs, so it should be okay here. Looks like it's just been turned into a park to wander around. It's a tad derelict, so I'm thinking you probably can't go up it, but if you can, I shall head up it. But I have a feeling it looks Looks like it was a long time since anyone was allowed to go there. Well, clearly a lookout tower, or was. There's not much signage in here, I have to say, or anything to give you some information about the history of the place. It's kind of a derelict fortress, really. Quite a few people walking about, and I'm sure it's got a lot of historic significance. I've seen other people taking pictures in here, so I think we're probably okay. Eerie actually around this part. Well, my first thoughts about this place is one, it could do with some lighting. And two, it could be turned into quite an attraction. And certainly that centre area where the tower is could be somewhere that could be used for concerts and so on. What an interesting place. Can't help thinking if this was Berlin, then this would be a club, and that would be a stage, or there'd be DJ decks on there, and it would be a really cool place to come to. As it happens, it is a cool place to come to, but in a much more different way. There's a lot of history in these walls. So, summing up today. I randomly chose the bus route, had a look along the bus route to make sure there looked like there was going to be something of interest, and it's certainly exceeded my expectations by a very long way. I'm going to try a trolley bus ride tomorrow, so there'll be another video out for that, and if it's half as successful as this one, then I shall be very, very pleased indeed. I'm going to finish looking around here now. I was hoping there might be a coffee shop, but absolutely not. It's great that you can just wander around though, more or less anywhere. It's not, apart from the walk up from the road to the fortress where you go past a few kind of old buildings and things, but clearly marked as military zones and not to take any photos, so, but in here's fine. absolutely amazing place. Both Latvia and Riga are. There's sort of an animal moving in the darkness. Oh, it's a dog, that's okay. Right, so that is the Riga fortress visited. What an absolutely excellent day out, some fantastic things seen from a random bus journey. I couldn't be happier. So tomorrow I'm going to try the same again on a trolley bus and see where I end up. So that's bye from me. I'm going to head back to the bus now, head back into Riga and get myself a well-earned cup of coffee.